Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of TEW 2020 WWE here. As today, we're back for the third premium live event of the season of Salt's post-WrestleMania. The first major one, to me at least, Money in the Bank. A two-night event. Both nights going to be in this episode, unless this part goes on really, really long. But I'm pretty sure they'll both be in this episode. And so we kick off Money in the Bank night one. Two stacked nights of action, both Money in the Bank ladder matches. Lots of incredible matches, especially I'll say the two Fatal 4-Way matches. There you go. The WWE Championship Fatal 4-Way between the Andrade and the Universal Championship Fatal 4-Way between Keith Lee, John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Big Bad Thaddeus Bullard. And we get underway tonight on night one with just a video package, as always. If you don't know we start with a video package, then I don't know what to say, really. It's just a good way to start a premium live event. The video package highlighting all the matches, especially focusing on the ones for night one and especially focusing on the co-main events of night one. The Universal Championship Fatal 4-Way between Keith Lee, John Cena, Roman Reigns and Thaddeus Bullard, as well as the main event closing the show, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, MJF, Andrade and Johnny Gargano. Stacked cards, 100, good opener. Ooh, I've been excited. My mind always jumps to the next big thing, next big pay-per-view. And so I have been looking forward to Money in the Bank. And we just jump straight into it, kicking off things with a fast-paced action Intercontinental Championship bout. The champion Montez Ford going head-to-head with Y2J Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho returned the night after WrestleMania, saying he was on a quest to get his Intercontinental Championship back. That's all he says he made famous, that he added any real value to. He says he's the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time and he's getting his title back. Montez Ford won the title at WrestleMania in the 7-man Razor Ramon ladder match, and he wants to keep a hold of it, and he wants to pick up an absolutely incredibly massive victory in his career over Chris Jericho. And in the end, both men give this everything they've got. They both want to win. At one point, Ford goes for a frog splash, but Jericho gets up and rolls out the way. Ford turns around into the Judas effect. Jericho makes the cover, but Ford kicks out 2.9 pretty much. And in the end, after it goes on for a little bit more, your winner, and still Intercontinental Champion, Montez Ford. Montez Ford does come out on top in the end here for an 88. Really good little opener here, as you'd expect from these two guys. Ford makes his 6th defense of the Intercontinental title, 82 for Ford, 63 from Jericho. Jericho slowing down a bit maybe in his age, but still a very good match nonetheless from these two guys, as Montez Ford finally does pin Chris Jericho, does get that win and does prove that he belongs at the top. He belongs with that Intercontinental Championship. Jericho said otherwise, but he goes quite a long way, I'd say, to proving that he does belong and he does deserve to hold that belt. As then, afterwards, Ford gets the belt, gets his arm raised, very happy. Jericho getting up as well, goes over to Ford, and he just holds out his hands. Show of respect, the two men, they shake our hands, and then Jericho raises Montez Ford's arm. Jericho defeated, but Montez Ford clearly, at the very least, earning his respect here. And Jericho, the legend, does show his respect, shake his hand, raise his arm. Lovely little post-match moment here for a 90. Good way to kick off Money in the Bank. A strong opener between these two, and then a bit of respect after it. Lovely jubbly. As then we go to the first of, I'll be honest, quite a few triple threat matches tonight. And we kick things off with a triple threat match for the $1 Million Championship. Ooh, okay. We got a champion, Bianca Belair, and against the challengers of Liv Morgan and Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna looking to win back her title from WrestleMania, where she lost it to Bianca, whilst Liv Morgan is looking to win her first singles championship in the WWE. And in the end here, Deonna's little gang, Chelsea Green, Lana, Frankie Monet, Aaliyah, they try to get involved, as they always do. Aaliyah, less so though. The others kind of get taken out. It's just Aaliyah Deonna asking Aaliyah to hand a weapon. Aaliyah gets it and goes to hand it, but then hesitates and says no. Just throws the chair onto the floor. Deonna, angry, distracted. Bianca Belair picking her up and then picking Liv Morgan up for a double KOD, covering Purrazzo 1, 2, 3. Bianca Belair does retain the $1 million championship for an 80. Good match. 72 Deonna, 69 Bianca, 69 Liv Morgan. Very, very nice. As Bianca Belair does keep a hold of that $1 million title, pinning Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna trying to cheat her way to victory. As always, classic Deonna, that one. But Aaliyah standing in her way. Aaliyah's been hesitant for a little bit now. Maybe getting a bit remorse over the heelish ways of Deonna and her group, but saying no to it here and now, as Deonna is pinned and Bianca keeps a hold of her $1 million title. Before we stay over on the blue brand of Friday Night SmackDown, next up for a match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The champions Bronson Reed and Samoa Joe take on Control. They've been feuding for a minute now. Control of Joe Gacy and Braun Strowman, EC3, Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake at ringside, wanting to win and gain control of the SmackDown Tag Team division for Joe Gacy's quest for peace. Reed and Joe looking to keep their titles. And in the end, Strowman doing a lot, and I do mean the vast majority, of the busy work in wearing down Reed and Joe. Was Haggy and Gacy, once they're good and weakened in his mind at the very least. Joe Gacy coming in, doing some taunting, giving a little sermon. When out of the crowd, a steel chair smashes into the back of EC3, taking him down, holding it. Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze making his return, not seen since No Mercy when him and Fandango were taken out by Control. And Tyler Breeze, he takes out EC3 with a chair, he takes out Cutler, he takes out Blake. Braun Strowman sees him, not happy, gets off the apron and starts chasing him. Strowman Express, choo-choo, everybody. So Tyler Breeze giving him the runaround, Strowman chasing after him. Joe Gacy distracted, looking around. And Joe Gacy, not noticing Samoa Joe, getting to his feet, taking down Gacy, lifts him up, muscle buster, tags in Bronson Reed, and it's time for a tsunami as Bronson Reed and Samoa Joe defend their SmackDown Tag Titles. Reed pinning Gacy with that tsunami. Tyler Breeze making his return and providing the distraction, taking out EC3. Cutler and Blake must have felt good. Strowman adequately distracted enough as well, as Reed and Joe keep a hold of their SmackDown Tag Team Championships for an 80. Good match. No complaints. I don't know why I would have complaints. I mean, it's 82 Reed. What's that? 75 Joe. 86 Strowman. All right, Strowman. 46 Joe. Gacy. Samoa Joe got a 75. Comparatively, the 80. Very happy with that. A good rating. The show continues going quite well, I think. As after the match, Tyler Breeze just taunts Control a bit with that steel chair. Joe Gacy very much not happy at Tyler Breeze's interference here, shall we say. 83. Good post. Very, very good. As next up, it's time for another triple threat. There are 3 tonight, so we're most of the way through them, at the very least, for the Cruiserweight Championship over on NXT. The champion, Trey Griffin, looks to defend his gold against both members of Legado, Humberto, Carrillo, and Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar and Carrillo both want that title, the title that Trey Griffin beat Andrade, Legado's leader, at WrestleMania for. And they've promised, work together, take out Trey Griffin, and then the former Cruiserweight tag champs, saying that against each other, give everything they got, best man win. And in the end, they do adequately take out Trey Griffin at least. Carrillo and Escobar going at it in the ring. Lucha stuff. A very good display from both men before Trey Griffin fights back into it in the end, hitting a Meteora onto Humberto Carrillo and pinning him to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. 78 for the match. Trey Griffin's third defense of the Cruiserweight Championship. 75 Trey, 71 Humberto, 64 Santos Escobar. All doing pretty well here. It's Trey Griffin who comes out on top here in this Battle of the Cruiserweights, and Trey Griffin who keeps a hold of that Cruiserweight Championship for another day. Good. Another good match. Very happy. The show going very well. Maybe the Stingrays aren't the highest, but we had a strong opener. And we have very much a lot of matches that could rate very, very, very highly still to come, so I won't stress that. I think like 78 isn't a good rating. As long as it's dark green, I'm fine with it, you know. I hope to get around an 80-ish. This is close enough to an 80. As then we go backstage to the NXT North American champion, Isaiah Swerve Scott, getting ready for his match, listening to his music in his headphones. He turns, sees someone come in, takes his headphones off. What do you want? As, you know, there it is. Top Dollar, Ashanti, D Adonis, and B Fab. And Top Dollar saying that, hey, we see you been outnumbered out there, bro. We see that Carmelo's got his boys out there. Tony, he's got his boys out there. Why don't you let us come out with you, man? Your boys and gal, huh? Just a little bit of support, huh? And Swerve, he's turned down the request before, but he is largely outnumbered in this triple threat. So maybe thinking better of it this time, saying, okay, but we're doing it legit, okay? No funny business, all right? And Top Dollar saying, hey, it's me, okay? It's got to be a bit funny, you know me, but we keep it clean, man. We keep it clean, bro. Don't worry. For a 74, nice little backstage segment. Very much gang wars going on in that triple threat. As Carmelo Hayes has all his destined for greatness boys, Tony has all his family, and at the very least, Isaiah Swerve Scott's found some support in Top Dollar, Ashanti, D Adonis, and B Fab. I wonder what I would call this group of people. Oh god. As next up, it's time we jump to Raw for another match. This time we just had the Cruiserweight division, so let's jump to the Hardcore division. As Damian Priest defends looks to defend his Hardcore Championship at the very least against the almighty Bobby Lashley. Priest qualified for Money in the Bank, then he had to put it up in a triple threat match with Kevin Owens instead, also MJF there, and Priest defeated after Lashley's interference. Lashley not too happy with Priest beating him to qualify for Money in the Bank in the first place. And now Hardcore title match, Damian Priest versus Bobby Lashley. And in the end, your winner, and still, the Hardcore Champion is Damian Priest, the Archer of Infamy, looking to make his name live forever, maybe retaining that Hardcore Championship. We'll go a little bit at least towards that. Pinning Bobby Lashley after hitting with the South of Heaven for 69. I mean, not the highest rating, but nice. Nonetheless, 75 Lashley, 68 Priest. Not enough psychology, sadly, but I won't beat myself too much about it. Like I said, a lot of high quality matches I think will rate very highly, hopefully. So fingers crossed for that. Either way, though, Damian Priest keeps a hold of his Hardcore Championship here. Before we jump back over to the black and gold of NXT for the match for the Women's Championship. The NXT Women's Championship on the line, the champion Dakota Kai taking on the challenger Bayley. Bayley jumping over to NXT for this dream match that both her and Dakota Kai have wanted for a long time. Captain of Team Kick versus a former captain of the Huggers, Bayley and Dakota Kai. Hopefully will be a really good match here. But it faces, you never know, but Bayley, Dakota Kai, NXT Women's Championship in the end. Your winner, and still, your NXT Women's Champion is Dakota Kai. Dakota coming out on top and keeping hold of that NXT Women's title, winning this dream match between her and Bayley, hitting Bayley with the GTK go-to kick in the end for a 79. Another good rating, 74 Dakota, 77 Bayley. Dakota gets a big victory in her reign, overcoming Bayley here and keeping a hold of that NXT Women's Championship. How lovely. We love it. I'm a big fan of Dakota Kai. Sad that as things stand, well, at the very least, we'll never see this match in WWE as things stand, but a man can but dream, can't he? After the match, Dakota Kai helps Bayley to her feet, and Bayley raises Dakota Kai's arm. Another lovely, respectful moment. Bayley and Dakota Kai hugging. A lot of respect in that ring between these two women. It's a lovely moment. Well, at the very least, it is till Bayley hits the Bayley to belly on Dakota Kai. Lured her in with a hug, and then Bayley to belly. Bayley clearly not very happy at losing to Dakota Kai, to put it lightly. 90 for that post-match. Really good post-match segment there between these two. Dakota came across well. Bayley improvised well. I don't know what she was planning to do if she improvised, but we move Dakota Kai and Bayley. Bayley turning on Dakota Kai here, planting her out. This match was built on respect, and well, Dakota Kai won, and it clears that she lost Bayley's in the process of doing so, sadly. Whilst next up, we move on to hopefully happier things. Staying in NXT though, in the NXT North American Championship, division. The champion, Isaiah Swerve Scott. He's got Top Dollar Ashanti Deonna and B-Fab there for support now, as he takes on Carmelo Hayes of Destined for Greatness with his people. Jay Cargo, Anthony Go, Eli Cassidy, Trick Williams. And the final man added to the match this week following his attack of Hayes and Swerve, Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo told by the Godfather this past week on NXT. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go back and watch it. I did not do about 8 minutes of GCSE drama for you not to. Told by the Godfather that the Godfather is dying. He wants Tony to take over. Tony's got to prove himself to a rival Don so he can marry his daughter to make his own family stronger. It's a lot at play here. And to prove himself, he has to show that champion spirit and get a championship here. Who needs a wedding ring when you have a beautiful North American title, I suppose? As in the end, NXT North American Championship on the line here. Your winner, and still, the NXT North American Champion is Isaiah Swerve Scott. Top Dollar and the gang at ringside, keeping it pretty clean. Maybe Ashanti Adonis throws out, like a bit of ham on the floor. Maybe Otis sees it, gets a bit distracted. Maybe Tony gets a bit distracted by Otis getting a bit distracted. And maybe it provides a good opportunity for Isaiah Swerve Scott to roll up Tony out of nowhere. Carmelo taken out as well. And Isaiah Swerve Scott keeps a hold of that NXT North American title. Good match, 79 again, 79 Swerve, 69 Carmelo, very nice, 47 Tony. All doing pretty well here. As Swerve Scott keeps a hold of that NXT North American title again. He's had a good reign so far, Swerve. He's putting on good segments and good matches. And that's about all I can ask for my champions. As Tony, though, fails to win this title. The Godfather doesn't have long left. Only needs to get this wedding sorted, capiche, you understand? And he needs a championship, so I don't know what his next plan is. But the North American title out of the question right now, at the very least. As it's time... It's co-main event time, okay? The penultimate match of this evening for the WWE Universal Championship. Keith Lee, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Thaddeus Bullard, a battle of the Titans for Alphas, 16-time world champion, Universal champion, Tribal Chief, Big Bad Thaddeus, Bullard. All four men want that title. All four men want to be a world champion again. John Cena wants 17. Roman Reigns wants the title that goes with being the tribal chief of the WWE. Keith Lee wants to stay as that champion, and Big Bad Thad wants to prove he is still Big Bad Thad. He's still got it. A lot at play here. All four men battling it out. We get towards the end of the match. Cena and Reigns fighting up the ramp. In the end, Roman Reigns spearing John Cena through the LED boarding. There's under the Titan. Well, it's all the Titantron, really. We'll call it LED boarding now. Spearing him through it. Both men completely taken out. You start to see Roman Reigns start to kind of crawl out a little bit as Keith Lee and Bullard fight it out in the ring. This match could end any minute, and maybe sensing that, Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline rush out, and they rush down to that ring to make sure this match does not end without their tribal chief present winning it. And Jey and Solo rush in, and they start attacking Keith Lee. And they start attacking Thaddeus Bullard as well. And maybe both men just having enough of that. And Keith Lee and Bullard actually working together here, taking out Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa. Keith Lee spirit bomb to Jey Uso, tosses him into Thaddeus Bullard, who hits a Bullard bomb, who tosses him into Keith Lee to toss to the outside. Solo and Jey completely taken out of it. But Roman back to his feet now. Bullard and Lee both looking up the ramp as Roman strides down angrily. Both of his soldiers taken out there, not happy. Roman walking to the ring with a purpose. As a super kick from nowhere, Jimmy Uso from the crowd runs in. Super kick to Roman Reigns. Jimmy Uso not seen since before No Mercy when he was injured by Roman Reigns. But Jimmy Uso back, and he lays out Reigns here. Jey, Solo, Roman all laid out at ringside. Jimmy Uso returned, taking out Roman, leaving just Keith Lee and Thaddeus Bullard in that ring. And both men look at each other and they nod. And they circle and they go to battle. And they go to war. Both men giving this everything they've got. Both men want to walk away Universal Champion in this WrestleMania rematch of sorts. Fatal 4-way, but it comes down to just them again. As in the end, your winner, and still... entrances, 100 the entrances. Yeah, still, Universal Champion is Keith Lee. For a 99, beautiful, incredible match as you'd expect. Keith Lee pinning Thaddeus Bullard with the Big Bang Catastrophe in the end to do it, though. 99, what a match. 95 Keith Lee, 90 Reigns, 83 Cena, 67 Bullard. All four men giving this everything. Cena completely taken out through the LED boarding. Roman Reigns taken out by Jimmy Uso. His decision to kick Jimmy out of the bloodline, maybe costing him the Universal title here. And Bullard coming up just short of Keith Lee once again, as Keith Lee is still your Universal Champion. Beautiful. What a match, 99. There were some thoughts in my head of making this main event of night one, just because who's in it, really. In the end, I decided no. I will make a Money in the Bank match, main event of night one, and it is the men's. As we have the entrances next up for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. AJ Styles, Andrade, Johnny Gargano, Kevin Owens, MJF, and Seth Rollins all make their way out for a 100. They all want to be the man that climbs that ladder, pulls down that briefcase, and gets a guaranteed World Championship match. It's all that matters, really. It is the only thing that matters. One of the most stacked Money in the Bank matches in history, I feel comfortable saying. I really honestly do. Oh, as then the match, and I won't bore you with the details of every single thing that happens in this match. You can understand on Money in the Bank. You've seen Money in the Bank. You know what they're like. You've seen these guys. You know what they're like. I will run you through the ending though, because there's a lot at play here that has to be mentioned. Now let's talk about the setup. On the outside of the ring, we've got on either side, so hard cam side and the opposite side to that, there are ladders strewn across from the barricade to the ring on both sides. And in the ring, we've got a ladder set up in the middle, and we have a ladder set up between the rope and that ladder. So there are a lot of ladders around here right now, okay? They're all over the place. You can't move without them. And Johnny Gargano has climbed to the top of that ladder in the middle of the ring, and he is reaching up. The heart and the beating heart of NXT is reaching up and grabbing a hold of that briefcase when charges up Andrade. Now, they've had problems in the past, and even more recently, they've had some problems in NXT once again, and they fight it out on the top of that ladder. In the end, Andrade hitting a sunset flip powerbomb over Gargano, and then, flipping him down, powerbomb onto that ladder that's across from the ladder they were climbing and the rope. Both men in pain as they just kind of sit on that ladder. Well, Gargano lays in pain, Andrade also in a bit of pain, slamming down onto that. But out of nowhere from behind is MJF. And MJF grabs a hold of that ladder with them on it and just kind of shoves it over the rope, both of them flying out of the ring, the ladder going out as well. MJF standing alone in the ring as he turns around and he looks to that briefcase. And MJF hurries up the ladder. He's not wasting his time. He's not wasting his moment. He climbs as quickly as possible. He tries to claw at the top. Maybe he's not close enough though. He's not high enough on the ladder. It starts to move. He goes a little bit higher. He gets a firm hold of it. When springboard, AJ Styles is on the ladder now. And AJ Styles and MJF fighting it out at the top of that ladder. AJ Styles gets the hit on first. Hit to MJF when he's grabbing the title. Catches him off guard. MJF not expecting it, maybe. But then he is. MJF aware of AJ Styles now. And both men just fighting it out on top of that ladder. Hit after hit after hit after hit. Neither man wanting to give up, to get in, to lose this match. In the end, AJ goes for like a back fist, but MJF dodges, and then he turns AJ around and he puts a kind of a chokehold on, a headlock from behind, just holding AJ trying to fight out of it, fading a little bit at the top of the ladder, trying to hold on though, because that's all you can do. If he falls, he goes, and MJF is right there. So he's trying to hold on. When flies in Seth Rollins as well. He's on AJ Styles' side. AJ Styles groggy as Seth Rollins. He's had his problems with AJ Styles as well. He's not going to miss the chance. Gets a few shits on AJ. Hits. I said hits, I'm pretty sure, there, on AJ. Also getting some hits on MJF as well. Don't want him winning. I don't like AJ, but you're not winning either, Maxwell. AJ, just trying to grab onto something to keep a hold of the ladder. Grabs onto Seth. AJ and Seth both a bit groggy. MJF seeing his moment, releasing the hold on AJ Styles. AJ grasping for breath as MJF takes the moment and shoves AJ Styles. And AJ and Seth just kind of Spanish fly. I'm trying to paint the picture here, if I can be bothered on Microsoft Paint this. They Spanish flip off the ladder and to the outside of the ring, and they go through the ladder that I set, one of the ladders at the very least, that I said earlier, was set up between the ring and the barricade. Yeah. It would look spectacular, and it would look incredibly playful. Spanish Fly. Have I been saying Sunset Flips? Spanish Fly. Yeah, I can imagine it. It would look very beautiful, wouldn't it? Yeah. It really would. But it would be incredibly painful. If anyone's going to, get it off, though, AJ and Seth would. But Johnny and Andrade are out. AJ and Seth are out. Kevin is... I can't see him. I see MJF on top of that ladder. And MJF sees that as well. As he takes the steps up to the top again. And he just smugly smiles at the crowd. Kind of glazing over the lot of them, arms out in victory already. As he brings his arms together and grabs that Money in the Bank briefcase. The inevitable MJF. Exactly where he said he would be. At the top of that ladder. But maybe too cocky here. As he takes his time. And that taking of time, and that maybe, what's the word I'm looking for? The only word I can think of is obsession. That focus, there you go, laser focus on the briefcase. Not aware of what's going on behind him and underneath him. As runs in, Kevin Owens takes the steps up the ladder, turns around, grabs MJF by the legs. MJF, whoa, what's happening here? Whoa, losing his balance as Kevin Owens grabs him, jumps off the ladder, catches his feet on the floor, and just tosses MJF outside the ring and through the second ladder that was strewn across from the barricade to the ring apron. MJF going right through it. Andrade and Johnny out on one side. Seth and AJ taken out through a ladder on the other side. MJF through the ladder on this side. In the ring, Kevin Owens, who sees his chance, charges up that ladder, not wasting a single moment, getting to the top. And as quick as he can, grabbing that briefcase, unhooking it, and pulling it down. Your winner of the 2022 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match is Kevin Owens. He did it. The man who didn't initially qualify, who beat Damian Priest in that triple threat match to take his spot, has won the whole damn thing. For a 98, incredible match as you'd expect from these guys. It says a lot when MJF is the worst guy in the match. 96 Andrade, 95 Seth, 95 Johnny, 94 Kevin, 93 AJ, 75 MJF. Jesus Christ. If I threw like a Roman Reigns in this match, it gets 100. No joke. MJF brings it down to an awful 98. Oh, what a match though. But it is Kevin Owens who has done it. 98 for the match. I want to stay on the screen, but still, we move to the victory screen. Kevin Owens has done it. Bodies broken. And ladders broken, laid straight across the battlefield as Kevin Owens stands atop the ladder, victorious, Mr. Money in the Bank. He said it was his turn, it was his time. He was tired of waiting around, and he's not going to have to wait anymore. He can take his moment wherever he damn well pleases. Your 2022 Mr. Money in the Bank, Kevin Owens, for a 100. Incredible main event, incredible post, very good night one, overall rating of 100. Quite a few 100 rated segments. The 98 main event and 99 for the Universal title as well. Beautiful. Incredible. Oh, love it. Incredible. Too many people to praise. Kevin won. Keith is Keith Lee and he did amazing. One more. Did anyone put on like a really, really good performance? Braun Strowman did, but no offense, mate. Chris and Montez had a really good match actually on the opener. So just praise you all for a really good performance. Pleased, happy, pleased. I am pleased. I'm more than pleased. Incredible night one. What a show. These are going to be about half an hour each. I'm going to do it all in one episode though. I think, yes. If I edit something in, you won't even hear it. So they're changing it to a part 1 and part 2, but still, who cares? For now though, this is just part 1. So, without further ado, incredible part 1. I hope you have enjoyed. If you are enjoying and you have enjoyed, why don't you leave a like and subscribe? Why don't you leave a comment? What do you think? Let me know. As without further ado, let's do it. Let's jump forward. We got women's Money in the Bank to come. We have LA Knight versus Chad Gable. We have so much to look forward to. We have the Fatal 4-Way, Undisputed Era Fatal 4-Way, Triple H special guest ref. So much. Oh, I'm excited just thinking about it all. Without further ado, let's just jump to it. Let's go to night 2 of Money in the Bank. And here we are ready for night 2 of Money in the Bank. Night 1, incredible. Night 2, incredibly stacked as well. So much still to get through. And so let's just jump right into it. We kick off, as always, you know how we kick off. Opening video package. A nice segment rating boost to kick things off at 100. Highlighting all the matches for night 2, specifically though focusing on the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Mandy Rose, Shayna Baszler, Candice LeRae, and Jade Cargill. As well as the main event, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, Undisputed Era's former members, the former members of the group Undisputed Era, about to put it, in a Fatal 4-Way elimination match with special guest referee Triple H for the WWE Championship. Oh, that's going to be a good match, isn't it? It's got to be. It has to be a good match. If it's not, then I sue TEW. I will sue TEW if that's not a good match. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, let's just jump right into it though. And where do we begin? We begin with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We ended night 1 with it, and we're going to kick off night 2 with this one. Women's Money in the Bank, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. Wait, let me try and get this order. Becky Lynch, Candice LeRae, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Mandy Rose, Shayna Baszler. There you go. 6 incredible superstars. Shayna Baszler was a main event in night 1 of WrestleMania 38 just gone. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair are the women's tag team champions still. Stacked match. And in the end, you know, you have your big moments throughout. Jade Cargill taking out Tay Conti when she tries to interfere and help Shayna Baszler. Jade Cargill just kind of lifts her up over her head and just launches her out of the ring. Shayna fighting with Jade Cargill, managing to get her down. Candice LeRae flying in as well to take out Shayna. They have history. We get to the end of the match, and it's just Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, the women's tag team champions, going head to head here. And they both climb the ladder, and they look at each other, and this is just winner takes all. So they just start pounding it out, hitting each other. Not like that. They start hitting each other. You know, neither wants to lose. Neither is losing their spot at the top of the ladder. Punch after punch after punch. Looks like maybe Becky's going to fade. When rushes in, Toxic Attractions, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. Gigi pulls Becky down. JC pulls Charlotte down. Gigi and JC not letting this match end without Toxic's leader Mandy Rose on top. And Becky and Charlotte fighting off Gigi and JC on their own. Becky fighting off Gigi. Charlotte fighting off JC. Before they both climb back to the top of the ladder. Well, Charlotte gets there first and he tries to pull down the briefcase, but Becky stops her and Charlotte just not happy. And Charlotte, some real intensity in the hit she's given to Becky now. As they fight atop that ladder. Once again, it looks like Becky might fade. She's kneeling down a bit, but she's holding on. When rolls in Mandy Rose, who with them both at the top of the ladder, just simply pushes it over. Becky and Charlotte flying off the ladder, rolling to the outside. Mandy Rose picks up the ladder, climbs it to the top, and pulls down the Money in the Bank briefcase. Your winner of the 2022 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match is Mandy Rose. A Toxic winner has been crowned as Mandy Rose gets the win. Maybe Charlotte would have got there first of all. Gigi and JC didn't interfere. Maybe she would have got there again if Mandy didn't stop her. But it doesn't matter with these, you know, what could have been. It matters with what happened. And what happened is Mandy Rose is Miss Money in the Bank. Mandy Rose and Kevin Owens, your 2022 winners. How lovely. 78 for the match. Good match. 90 Becky. 79 Charlotte, 75 Shayna, 70 Mandy, 60 Candice, 48 Jade. All doing all right, all doing pretty well. As in the end, yes, Mandy Rose is the winner of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Toxic gets to celebrate. Mandy, JC, Gigi. Beautiful. A lovely moment. The other women can but look on at their Miss Money in the Bank 100. Really good posts. Very good. Good start to the show. And we got a lot of matches to get through, but Mandy Rose, give her just a moment of basking at your women's Money in the Bank winner. Very good. Okay, moment's over. Let's move forward now to the Cruiserweight Tag Team Championship. The Mysterios, your reigning champions, looking to defend against Spanish Fly. Spanish Fly moving over to NXT this month from Smackdown, immediately setting their sights on the Cruiserweight Tag Team titles and the Mysterios, who hold them. Spanish Fly, of course, with LA Knight in the self-appointed Golden Gods. Cameron Grimes there as well. And LA Knight in action later tonight against Chad Gable for the NXT Championship. Will Spanish Fly get the Golden Gods off to a good start and actually get them some gold? In the end, your winners, and still, Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions are the Mysterios. In the end, Dominic managing to roll up Alfonso Boardman. He shrugs out of what Boardman was doing. He pushes him forward into Torres, knocking him down. Roll up from behind. Dominic even hooking the tights a little bit again, I think. For a 79, the Mysterios keep a hold of their Cruiserweight Tag Team gold. 84 Ray, 57 Alfonso, 82 Socrates, 52 Dominic. All doing pretty well. But it is the Mysterios who keep a hold of the Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships for now. Lovely. Very good. The Mysterios get the win. Will LA Knight do what Spanish Fly could not do and win some gold later for the Golden Gods? Or will Chad Gable follow up Rey Mysterio and Dominic's success with success of his own? We'll find out later. A few matches to get through before we get there. First of all, for the United States Championship, the champion Xavier Woods has been on a bit of a tear with that title for a while, and he's looking to keep that going. He said he is the smartest, he is the strongest, and he says that he was the biggest internet personality, which summoned Zack Ryder. Of course it did. And Zack Ryder's won up to him a few times in the build-up. Woods very much not happy, looking forward to destroying Zack Ryder, is how he put it. And in the end, the opportunity presents itself to destroy Zack Ryder here at Money in the Bank for the United States Championship. Your winner. And still, the United States Champion is Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods does come out on top in the end, hitting Ryder with the Lost in the Woods for the win. For a 62, they didn't seem to click, sadly. 60 Woods, 42 Ryder, a bit disappointing. But still, Woods makes his 7th defense of the US title. Good reign he's had. And Zack Ryder just coming up short here. Unlucky, mate. Xavier Woods has been on really good form, though. Disappointed they didn't seem to click in ring, but, it is what it is. Plenty more matches to get high ratings tonight, so I won't fret on it too much. And speaking of matches, I think I'll do pretty well. Next up, we have the Women's World Championship on the line. The champion, Alexa Bliss, taking on Naomi. New champion crowned at Battleground last month, after the title was vacated because of she, who shall not be named, our little Heisenberg. Naomi will feel it should have just been handed to her. Triple threat, Bliss, Naomi, and Rose. Bliss came out on top. Naomi getting a chance to win her title. Naomi, of course, accompanied by Nia Jax, and to even the odds, Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss's best friend, coming out with her as well. And in the end, for the Women's World Championship, Alexa Bliss versus Naomi, your winner, and still, Women's World Champion. The champions are doing very well so far tonight, aren't they? Alexa Bliss keeping a hold of her championship. She's only had it a month, so good for her. Her first defense for a 76, pretty good. 77 Bliss, 74 Naomi. Nothing to complain about there, no problem. Alexa Bliss keeps a hold of her gold. Nikki Cross, at one point, Nia Jax tries to interfere. Nikki Cross doing Nikki Cross things and taking her down. Alexa Bliss gets the one with Twisted Bliss in the end and keeps a hold of that Women's World Championship. Ooh. As next up, I've already mentioned it a few times this episode, it's a match for the NXT Championship. First of all, Chad Gable comes out, just a more simple entrance, followed by a more extravagant, spectacular entrance from LA Knight. LA Knight gets on the turnbuckle and does his LA Knight finger thing, does his pose, and as he does, of course funded by Cameron Grimes for the Golden Gods. If you remember Randy Orton's classic entrance where he'd do his pose and then like the gold shower would come down, it's like that. They're the Golden Gods. He's bathed in gold. The gold not confetti, like sparklers come out for LA Knight. 97. Really good entrance, as you'd expect from LA Knight. He is on amazing form, isn't he? Ever since he beat John Cena, really, even before that. As in the end, NXT Championship on the line at Money in the Bank. We get through it. Chad Gable, right at the end, pounding on the floor, just as Randy told him, ready for that RKO. Knight gets up. Chad jumps, grabs him. LA Knight manages to reach his hand forward, grab Chad by the legs, swing them back, and swing Chad's head forward, fully turning the RKO into the BFT. Blunt force trauma. BFT leads to 1, 2, 3, and your winner and the new NXT champion is LA Knight. For a 93, LA Knight wins its first championship in the company, and it's the NXT title. Spanish Fly might not have won gold, but LA Knight has. He pins Chad Gable. And Chad Gable's so close, going for a move out of Randy Orton's book again. But LA Knight with a beautiful reversal to it as he gets the win. 94 Chad, 84 LA Knight, both doing really, really well. But it's LA Knight who gets the win, and LA Knight is your new NXT champion. Beautiful. Lovely. As then, what's next? What LA Knight celebrates is LA Knight. He's done it. He told you. The $1 Million Megastar. On top of NXT like he should be. 100. Good post. Good pre, good post, good in between, the actual match part of the wrestling. LA Knight, your new NXT champion. Lovely, lovely, lovely. As next up is a matchup that I feel like could easily seal this weekend, but we have had a lot of high quality matches, so unsure, but I think it'll be really good nonetheless. For the Raw Tag Team Championships, the Cruiserweights, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne taking on the third generation tag team of Randy Orton and Angel Garza. Orton and Garza beat the Celtic Warriors to get this match, and now looking to win the Raw Tag titles. In the end, Cruiserweights, Orton and Garza, a lot of respect in that ring. It's about the two-face tag team, so it's, they're just giving everything they've got, all four of them. You have nice moments like Pete Dunne and Randy Orton, quite similar. When I look at Pete Dunne, and you kind of, get that, I don't care, I'll beat the hell out of you, like a young Orton of say, and it is quite lovely. But still, good moments, good movements, but in the end, your winners here, and new Raw Tag Team Champions, Randy Orton and Angel Garza. Maybe a surprising result, you can tell me. Another title change, as Orton and Garza claim the Raw Tag Gold in the end. Orton hitting Riddle with an RKO. Chad Gable went for an RKO, it didn't work out for him, but immediately after, the RKO works out very well for Randy Orton, as him and Garza are your new Raw Tag Team Champions for a 93, really good match. 96 Riddle, 93 Dunne, 78 Orton, 78 Garza. Riddle and Dunne carrying this match against Orton and Garza, as you'd expect, obviously. 93. Beautiful. Orton and Garza get their arms raised, they get their championships, hit their poses, but then also just some nice respect after the match. Orton and Garza, the Cruiserweights, all shaking hands. Just a nice moment. No ill will or anything. Gotta do what you gotta do. It's about the gold. And the gold belongs to Randy Orton and Angel Garza tonight. 100. Really good post. We're really getting through the show now. 2 matches to go. The penultimate match of this evening for the Women's Universal Championship. The champion, the Rowdy one, Ronda Rousey, won that title at WrestleMania in the main event of night 1, where she beat... Shayna Baszler. There you go. Then she's beat Shayna Baszler again, even including last month, No Mercy, main event. Ronda beat Shayna, ending Shayna's reign on SmackDown, her contract terminated, going over to Raw. And, leaving behind No Mercy, including Sonya Deville, who's looking for revenge. Ronda got rid of Shayna, one of her mentors. And so you're not very happy, looking for some revenge for that one. As in the end, Women's Universal Championship on the line, Ronda Rousey versus Sonya Deville. Both women going all out for here. A very stiff submission-based matchup, really. But in the end, your winner. And still, the Women's Universal Champion is the Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey does come out on top in the end, managing to get that armbar on Sonya Deville, make her tap, and keep her gold for an 82. Good match. 88 Ronda, 75 Sonya. Lovely. No issues, no complaints. Ronda Rousey does get the win and does keep a hold of her Women's Universal Championship. As then we get ready for the main event. But before we can get to the main event, out walks from the crowd Corbin. Corbin, his shirt even messier. You know, he's got his shaven face and head. A lot less shaven, considering he can't afford shaving right now. He gets in the ring, he gets to grab the mic first, and then he gets in the ring. And he says he made it. Okay, he's out of breath as well. He's rushed here. He says he found the money. You know, it was a bit late, but he took the bus here. And he's made it just in time. Okay? Ooh, just give me a moment. Okay. Now I'm here because, as a WWE superstar, of course, former Money in the Bank winner, I know there can be a nice hefty appearance fee for appearing on this show. But also, even more so, I know there can be a nice hefty win bonus. Okay? And so, I'm issuing an open challenge right now. Anyone who wants to fight me, you know, any new superstars who want to fight me, you know, any lucky young kids want to come out for their first matchup with a good old Corbin, well, come out here right now and take me on. And I'm going to own up to you right now. This segment was going to be on Smackdown. 20 years anniversary of John Cena coming out for his debut, answering an open challenge. I forgot, and so it's here on Money in the Bank instead. But still, it works. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. Corbin's just about made it, and he issues the open challenge. And who will accept? Well, let's just say he issues the challenge. There's some moments of silence, but then the sirens start blaring. Da 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 da. Braun Breaker comes out. Braun Breaker, son of Rex Steiner, makes his way out, marches down to the ring, making his debut, accepting Corbin's challenge here for a 75. Corbin holds the mic and he says, "So kid, what makes you think you can challenge the king?" And then he kind of remembers, legally he's not king anymore. And he corrects himself. "What makes you think you can challenge me?" And he just plainly, firmly puts it, and I'm going to try a Braun Breaker impression. I don't know how this is going to go. Maybe he'll tend to Irish like he always does with Pete Dunne. But he just says, oh God, he does a high-pitched voice, doesn't he? I'm going to rip your fucking head off. That felt way more Braun Strowman than it was meant to, but still, you get the gist. Corbin a bit taken back by that, but it's not. He doesn't have ruthless aggression, but boy howdy is he going to take your head, Corbin. 75. And then in the match, Braun Breaker does proceed to rip Corbin's goddamn head off, doesn't he? For a 69. What a nice debut. 56 Braun, 74 Corbin. Braun Breaker gets a debut win here at Money in the Bank, laying out Corbin, taking him out, and picking up the win. Corbin will not get his win bonus. He can get a nice little appearance fee, but there will be no win bonus for Mr. Corbin, but there will be for debuting Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is here. Which brand will he go to? You'll have to wait and see. As then, it is time for the main event of this evening. The WWE Championship on the line. The Undisputed Era Fatal 4-Way, O'Reilly, Cole, Fish, and Strong. All four men, they make their entrances for a 100, of course. So does Triple H, first of all, wearing his ref shirt. And then we get to the match. In the match, it's a long match. It overall goes about 34, 35 minutes, This is a hellacious battle. This is an elimination match, remember, as well. And I'll just give you the key points here for the eliminations especially. And we get to it at one point, maybe about 15 to 18 maybe minutes into the match. O'Reilly and Fish battling out. Fish hits a big kick to the face of O'Reilly, dazing him, stunning him. Then Fish takes a step back, runs towards him, goes for the flying fish hook, But Kyle O'Reilly manages to just move slightly, get his arm up, grab a hold of Fish's leg, turn it into an ankle lock, down on the ground, angering himself, twisting, turning, Fish clawing. But in the end, Bobby Fish no choice but to tap out. Bobby Fish, the first elimination here in the Fatal 4-Way. And then the match continuing, maybe we get about 23, 24, 25 minutes. Roderick Strong and O'Reilly going at it now. O'Reilly, he's hurt, okay? He's been the focus of most of the attacks here. He's banged up. O'Reilly not giving in. Strong taking advantage, though, beating down on O'Reilly. Lifts him up, goes for the backbreaker onto him. But O'Reilly managing to somehow, some way, Fish flipping him up. And then O'Reilly managing to just kind of, judo kind of throw him mid-air. You know what I'm talking about. Turning it around, Strong on the floor. O'Reilly rolls through into the armbar, pulling as hard as he can with all the energy he has left onto Strong's arm. In the end, Strong has no choice but to tap out. Fish and Strong both eliminate, both tapping to the WWE champion Kyle O'Reilly. As then we're down to 2. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. And Adam Cole stayed out of this match as long as possible, really. He steps in when he needs to, but he's trying to keep himself as much energy as possible. Maybe a wise move. As O'Reilly and Adam Cole just go at it, and Adam Cole taking advantage, O'Reilly being hurt, using weapons, not using weapons, there are disqualifications, but beating down on O'Reilly as much as he's legally allowed to. O'Reilly can barely get to his feet at this point. He's hurt. I keep saying that, but I cannot stress. He is hurt. He has next to no energy. All the energy he had left, he really put into that armbar on Roderick Strong. And Adam Cole's taking advantage of that. And Adam Cole pulls his knee brace down, his knee pad, there you go. Runs, last shot to Kyle O'Reilly. 1, 2, kick out at 2.9. O'Reilly somehow finds the energy to get his arm up. So Adam Cole lifts him to his feet, into the corner. Panama Sunrise. 1, 2, kick out at 2.9. Kyle O'Reilly, he has no energy, but he is finding the energy to kick out at the last possible second he can, because he is not losing this match, he says to himself. And Adam Cole's getting frustrated now. He looks at Triple H. Triple H's like, what do you want me to do here? Adam Cole, having enough of Kyle O'Reilly. Getting him up. Super kick. Super kick. Super kick. Last shot. Cover. 1, 2. Grabs the rope. Kyle just about managing to get a finger onto the rope. And Adam Cole had it enough here. As he lifts up Kyle O'Reilly one more time for a last shot. But Kyle somehow finds the energy to schoolboy package, roll up Adam Cole. Adam Cole just about managing to kick out as Cole gets up, knee to the face of Adam Cole. Adam Cole dazed. Kyle reaches over, grabs the rope, pulls himself up and propels him forward across the ring and hits a last shot of his own to Adam Cole. Knee to the face, knee to the back of the head. Adam Cole kneeling down as Kyle drags himself up the ropes onto the turnbuckle. Diving knee drop to the back of Adam Cole's head, laying him out. And Kyle O'Reilly drapes himself over Adam Cole. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, and still the WWE champion, is Kyle O'Reilly. In an absolute battle, in the end, Kyle sees himself through it, and the other side. I mean, he's bloodied, he's battered, he's broken in that ring, he can't even stand, he can't find the energy to get off Adam Cole right now, but he's done it. He eliminated all 3 other men in this match himself as well to do it. 99, incredible match, very happy I got that. 95 Kyle, 96 Adam, 81 Roderick Strong, 68 Bobby Fish, all doing really well. But in the end, it's Kyle O'Reilly who comes out on top, and Triple H gets the title, and he helps Kyle up. He drags him up even, holding him, Kyle resting all his energy onto Triple H. Triple H drapes the WWE Championship over Kyle's shoulder, Kyle O'Reilly has won the UE Fatal 4-Way and is still your WWE Champion. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 down. Out comes Mr. Kevin Owens, Mr. Money in the Bank at that. And Kyle's just had a 35-minute hellacious battle, and he can not really stand up on his own. I mean, Triple H letting go of Kyle, and Kyle just dropping to the floor as Kevin marches down to the ring. Maybe never a better time to cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase for Kevin Owens right now, as he gets in the ring and he hands it to Triple H. And Triple H looks at Kyle, looks at Kevin, looks at the briefcase, and he has no choice but to take it. He's cashing in Money in the Bank for a 100. And O'Reilly dragging himself up in the corner as Kevin Owens waits. Triple H rings the bell. Kyle trying to go for Kevin with whatever energy he's got left, as Kevin just throws him in the air. Pop-up powerbomb. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2.9. Kyle, I don't know where he finds the energy. Somehow, he can barely stand, but he somehow kicks out, and Kevin can't believe it. He thought, just walk down, powerbomb, call it a day, WWE Champion. But no, Kyle O'Reilly is still, I was about to say standing, he's still breathing. There you go, he's still kicking and alive. And Kevin drags Kyle up to his feet, and he says, "This is my moment now." And he throws him into the rope. Kyle bouncing back. Kevin popping him up. But Kyle popping up and going over Kevin Owens. Dropping down. Pulling Kevin Owens down. And locking him into the heel hook submission. Kevin Owens can't believe it. He put himself in the middle of the ring there. And Kyle's got him down. Kevin Owens, Money in the Bank cash in, being wasted as he claws around for anything. In the end, accidentally hitting Triple H in the eye. And Triple H holding his eye, looking away. You know, if you've ever accidentally poked yourself in the eye or been poked in the eye, you know that's not a good feeling. As Kevin Owens frantically feels around for something, Kyle O'Reilly finding the energy, sitting up a little bit as he pulls and twists and tightens his hold on Kevin Owens' leg as much as humanly possible. Last shot. Adam Cole sneaking into the ring, Triple H not looking, flies at Kyle O'Reilly. Last shot to the back of the head. Kyle slumping forward, releasing the heel hook, and just slumped over Kevin's body. Kevin just laying there a bit as well. He had a ladder match yesterday, he's just been putting the heel hook. He needs a moment himself. In the end, Triple H recovering his vision, turning around, and seeing Adam Cole standing up from behind the now fallen Kyle O'Reilly. And Triple H marches over, he just kind of grabs Adam Cole by the shoulders and pushes him into the corner. "What the hell are you doing, huh? What do you think you're doing here, huh? Oh, you do this? You hit him?" And pushes him into the corner. Adam, like, whoa, maybe a bit of fear in his eyes. As Triple H goes over and he helps Kyle O'Reilly to his feet. And he lifts up his head. "You okay, Kyle? You alright? You okay, huh?" And Kyle, finding energy just to nod a little bit. Maybe he's not even got the energy, but it's just involuntary. His head's just moving. Triple H says, "Okay." Before he kicks him in the gut. Down beneath put his head between his legs, lifts his arm up. That familiar looking hold. And Triple H looks over at Adam Cole. No fear in his eyes anymore. Just a smug-ass smile on his face. And then Triple H looks over to Kevin Owens, on the floor, sat in the corner, smiling and laughing himself, before Triple H looks straight down the camera. A look of anger and of disgust on his face, before he looks down at Kyle and pedigrees him clear in the middle of the ring. Kevin Owens squirming, and well, not squirming, what's the word? Crawling quickly as possible over Kyle, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and the new WWE champion is Kevin Owens. For a 100. My word. Oh god. I've planned that out for so long. It feels good to actually say that on something and get it recorded and not have to say it. Think about saying it ever again. as Kevin Owens has done it. Kevin Owens gets his arm raised, gets the WWE title. Adam Cole enjoying some time to taunt Kyle O'Reilly. But then also Adam Cole and Kevin Owens coming face to face, the rivals. They're my first 100-man match at Royal Rumble. They've had a feud for a while. And they just look at each other. And then they both smile and laugh and they hug, patting each other on the back. Adam pointing to the title. Look at you, huh? Look at you, Kevin, huh? And it was like, I know. Yeah. Things are about to change around here. And no clearer sign of that is your new WWE Champion, Kevin Owens, Kyle O'Reilly. He gave it everything he had. I look like he might have had a victory over Kevin Owens if not for Adam Cole there, if not for Triple H. But overall, Money in the Bank gets a rating of a 100. Incredible, 99 main event, beautiful, a lot of good stuff along the way. Bron Breakker's debut, lovely, good to get that done. LA Knight's your new champion. And also, Kyle O'Reilly wins the Undisputed Era Fatal 4-Way, but your new WWE champion is Kevin Owens. Why did Triple H do what he did? Well, you're going to have to tune in next episode to find out, aren't you? I mean, it's not the first time that Triple H has been involved in a Money in the Bank cash-in as a special guest ref, is it? No, it is not, but there is time for praises. Kyle, for everything, your reign as WWE Champion, your Royal Rumble, all of this, you can get some praise. Who else deserves praise? LA Knight had a really good match. Who went first? The Women's Money in the Bank was pretty good. I'll call out Mandy, and I'll call out LA. Go on, Mandy and big LA Knight. Praise, praise, praise. Kyle's happy, Mandy's pleased, LA Knight's pleased, and I am over the moon. Not just because it was very highly rated shows or whatever, but, you know, I find with my booking, I book kind of from big moment to big moment. And so, when I was planning the booking, Kyle had a Mania, so I knew I wanted the Rumble as well. And then the next big moment from Kyle had a Mania was, well, Kyle had the climb to the title, and then he needed the fall. And Kevin Owens deserved it. He's done so well. He is the WWE Champion now. And it's time for, well, from what's just happened here, especially in that main event, one of the big stories of this season of sorts truly and very, very well truly begins. And I look forward to you getting to see it all as you look at LA Knight's beautiful face here. That is going to be it for today, though, my word. Back next time with the fallout from Money in the Bank, and especially on Raw, there's going to be hella fallout. And also, beginning to build up towards our next pay-per-views, we have NXT TakeOver Chicago 3, and we also have WWE Crown Jewel featuring the King of the Ring final and the Queen's Crown final. Beautiful, lovely, of course. The winners of King of the Ring and Queen's Crown get a guaranteed world title match of their choosing at SummerSlam. So, a lot to play for, a lot to go for, a lot to look forward to. I really hope you've enjoyed Money in the Bank, and you're looking forward to King of the Ring and Crown's Jewel, and then SummerSlam, and all of that beyond. We're truly just getting started on a massive story that I planned out, which is going to go through all of Season 2 pretty much. So looking forward to that. Hope you are too. If you have enjoyed, please do leave a like, subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the shows. That's what matters. Let me know what are your thoughts, especially on that big shock of an ending. And I hope to see you next time. As always, I just want to say thank you for watching.